Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am here today to share with you how I created this traveler's notebook layout. For the background pages, I am using this piece of Heidi Swap 12 by 12 pattern paper from my stash. It just has like a ledger slash notebook patterned to it. It's very neutral. I'm also going to use a bunch of the items from the Obed Marshall collection. I am a huge fan of his stuff. I love the colors, I love the patterns. There is a lot of Spanish words, but I work around that. First, the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this phone stamp and I am going to use my black VersaFine ink and I am going to stamp it on this piece of patterned paper. I want to get a couple of the different color palettes or different of the color parts of the colors on this layout. And so I stamped it in two different sections and then I simply trimmed the stamped off and I will fussy cut out around the phones to place them on one of the layouts. I thought the stamp set was really cute and very timely. Obviously lots and lots of our lives are on our phones, so I figured this one would get a good workout in. And it's got some really cute elements on it as well. So I'm just going to place those two right there. And then the photo is a 3x4, and I just decided obviously it wasn't going to work. So I wanted to trim it down to being very similarly sized to the phones. It didn't have to be the same. I just wanted it to be similar so it felt like they went together and that the design looked good. Then when I was satisfied with the size, I'm just going to mat it on some white cardstock just to give it that little extra something to texture and dimension and all of that. So now we've got that lined up and it looks really cute. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And then now I'm going to take another piece of paper, patterned paper from Obed Marshall at American Crafts, and I'm just going to trim a strip like around an inch and a half, and then place it down below both of those elements on each side of the paper. It's a little more pastel-y than the phones, I know that, but I didn't want it to be super matchy-matchy. I wanted it to be very similar, just not exactly the same. So now I'm going to go ahead and adhere those strips down. I'm very happy with how that turned out. I love it actually. And then I can adhere the phones and the photo of my son as well. Little bit of backstory about the photo. My son goes to college about an hour and a half away, and so I love FaceTiming with him. And this day I took a screenshot of FaceTiming with him, and I thought it would be a cool story to tell for the future about FaceTiming, because goodness knows 20 years from now what we'll be doing to stay in contact with our loved ones. I've decided that I want to use this die cut. It's actually two pieces. There's a perforated scallop border, and then the inside there is a little camera. It was not super easy to punch out, so I simply snipped a little edge where I knew would go behind the photo. And then because it's so thin, I'm using a little bit of clear adhesive to put it down on the page behind the photo. Super cute. I love how that turned out. Now you know that I'm not going to just leave a cluster like that unembellished. I gotta add some more. So I'm just sort of working through different pieces that I think look nice. I like the tag, but I'm gonna keep looking. Now in this little package, there is the winner, and it's perfect because it goes with the overall theme, and the little icons in the tag are just perfect. Little paper airplanes, things like that, that definitely mimic the phone. And the size is a little bit better than the other tag that I had right there. Cute, right? And then a cute little banner at the top just absolutely makes that perfect. So now we're just going to go ahead and adhere all those elements down. I love how that came together. It's so fun. Now I am going to take some of the small icons from the stamp set and use my VersaFine ink, of course, and stamp them right there in the orange phone. What's important to note is that these stamps are acrylic stamps made in China, so they're a little more difficult to work with. I'm not going to lie. Photopolymer created in the or made in the United States is much easier to work with, a much higher quality stamp set. However, this stamp set is also very inexpensive, so you have to sort of weigh your options, right? I loved this design and I'm just going to have to work with it. But my point in telling you that is that VersaFine still will give you an amazing image with acrylic stamps. It can be difficult to do, so that's why I make sure to prime the stamps every time I use them because they are acrylic and that helps. And then the VersaFine ink also helps a lot. Now, I love how that turned out. It's super fun. I get it. The little speech bubble that says LOL in it. I mean, obviously that doesn't really happen on a phone, but I didn't care. I liked it anyway, and I felt like it filled out the phone perfectly. It doesn't need to be a total true representation of what a phone screen looks like, right? It can be, what I want it to be is basically where I'm at. I am using some older alphabet stickers to write the title on the other phone, on the blue phone. And I'm very happy with that. I think it all turned out and it looks super cute. Like, I just think the whole thing goes together really well. And I'm very glad that the image that I had in my head was perfect. Okay, not perfect, because I would never say that, but it was good. All right, so now I have printed my journaling on clear sticker paper and I'm just trimming that out and I'm going to add it to the overall design. And I have already talked to you about clear sticker paper in the past, but I absolutely love it. I'll link up the one that I'm using below. I've been very happy with it. I don't know if it's perfect or not, but I've been very happy with it. And then I'm just going to add a couple of little stamped hearts at the top using Distress Oxide, and that's it for me. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment box below, and I will do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much, and make it a great day.